What up, everybody? This is gonna be a sports stream we're doing today, honoring one of my buddies that passed away last night. We used to love to talk shit to each other about all things sports, and it's a good time. NBA free agency just opened up today, so let's get into it. Let's talk some sports. Got a little bit of Gills Arena.
Coming out of California, Klay Thompson's time with the Warriors has come to an end as the four-time champion is reportedly headed to the Mavs on a 3-year, $50
Turn it
million
down a little.
deal. So latest update says it's a straight 3-year deal with no player option. It will be a sign and trade
Holy
with
shit, I
terms
was
of
wrong,
that
y'all.
still
Klay
being worked
Thompson
out.
of the
So
Mavs.
according to Woj, Klay had some 4-year offers from other
Really had him
teams
going to
around the
LA.
league that he felt would not.
So this is crazy right here to me, y'all. It's gonna be a good piece for Dallas. They needed somebody that could shoot that fucking three besides PJ Washington when it got real chippy towards the end. I mean, damn, he made some good money there too. 50 mil, 3 year. Golden State should let him come off the bench. That's what I heard was rumored.
Not be competitive enough to acquire his services. He was also a fan of Texas, not having what
That's
state income tax,
wild.
I believe. So he gets to keep a little bit more of his bread. But Klay
That's true too.
Thompson's time with the Warriors now done. Warriors
Sign and trade?
Yeah.
Texas, Florida, Vegas for sports, y'all. That's the lead destination to make most of your bread for sure.
I think they'll be working out the terms now.
Just asking. Just asking. If we sign him,
Could have paid him more.
do we have to trade him?
No.
It's a sign and trade, so that means he got to sign. If I decide not to trade him, what happens?
So Gil's a sign and trade.
Yeah.
So you don't sign if your trade is not agreed to previously. So you can hold me hostage and say that I'm not going to do this trade for you.
We're not letting you
And then
leave,
that's
Klay.
that's another path to
Because
go.
now we know the value.
You can't just trick me into signing.
No, I'm just saying, we know the value now. I like him at this 3-year 50.
We'll give you 3 for 51, Klay.
I like this 3-year 50 right here. You know what I mean? I thought he was asking for a little bit more. So
It is the principalities. So, as you point out, Klay was offered a 2-year, $48 million deal last offseason, didn't take it. Now he's headed to the defending Western Conference champion Dallas Mavs, where he'll team up with Luka Doncic, Kyrie Irving. Do you think a change of scenery
They still need
will
another
revitalize
piece.
Klay?
yeah, I don't even want to say. I think what Klay did last year was, let's just say that was the bottom end of what he could have did, right? Contract on the line, right? Playing with his own head, right? He wasn't there mentally, and he still averaged 18, right? He still
Sorry for the
averaged 18
loud
points a game. And
notifications
that was
from hitting my
probably the worst
spacebar,
of
y'all.
what we can see from Klay. Shooting percentage, just the play itself.
I just don't see it being enough. If that's the
thought the
main
move
piece that they're going for, Dallas, I mean, it's a Tim Hardaway replacement. We all know that cuck did well. Uh, I just can't believe. Hopefully, that's not their final move. I mean, revitalize, I don't agree with that. He's towards the end of his career, anyways. Kind of seeing the frustrations in the playoffs, regular season. Just a nice little piece to. I can't even call him a 3 and D player now. He's not good at defense. I think Dallas kind of overpaid a little bit for the type of player he is now. They could have got somebody younger. I mean, I don't know. That's a lot of money.
It was needed, right, to really see what your value is. And he gambled on himself, and he didn't really take a pay cut in a sense, right? It didn't really hurt him, right? 3-year 50, 2-year 48, right? He lose what, $3 million a year?
But you got to work an extra year to get
I
it.
mean, $3 million a year, and you're in a better situation, happier situation.
More bread, too, with the state income tax variable
I
on
mean,
it.
that's what I said. It probably evens itself out. In a
I mean, the
sense.
team.
Yeah,
Take
so
care of him.
I'm pretty sure he probably didn't want to leave, but you know, sometimes when somebody calls your bluff, sometimes you gotta call it back. And I think this was what this was.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it, Gil.
And some obvious frustrations from his part
Great way to put
with that
it.
franchise. Obviously, Draymond got his bread. Everybody else seemed to be getting taken care of. Clay came back, obviously missing those 2 years. Did solid in that championship year. Struggled a little bit this year, but by his standards, still had a solid year. So
That's what I said.
I mean, the Warriors been cooked since the punch. Let's be honest. I mean, they've been the dynasty has been over since that punch.
See, and that's what I'm on. What Brandon Jennings just said right there. It's rebuild time. I'd move Draymond even. He's a good piece. I mean, he's too damn old with these fucking shenanigans, and it looks like he's over it too. I mean, get into podcasting, man. He's funny. I mean, he's in podcasting, but fully jump in. I'd love to see him fucking take Charles Barkley's spot. I know they're gonna have a new little ESPN show. Not that they killed TNT, NBA on TNT. One of my favorite shows, RIP.
So
died nasty.
So it just took a whole lot out of the team, and I don't think they ever been right since.
It's rebuild mode.
So, yeah, I think it's. I mean, I think it's a good move for Clay.
Ain't got nothing to do with the roster.
Huh?
It was that
He's talking about Krasinski and coming off the bench.
Where they had a chance to just like be in front of the curve is when they had that number 2 pick.
And James picked James Wiseman instead of LaMelo.
Because your team was hurt and all those superstars
I don't know about
was coming
LaMelo.
back, and you had a chance to put somebody in that was young enough.
Grant Wiseman will go down as the biggest fail in Golden State history. That's a good. Gil is too smart. Y'all need to. If you ain't listened to Gil's Arena yet, y'all need to chime in. This guy always is.
To keep you afloat, and it was just he mismanaged that.
So they should win with a guard.
Because I think Grant or James Wiseman, sorry,
been,
is in the G League right now still.
Because you could have
For the
had him
Pistons.
step at the one because he's tall enough to guard 2s.
Somebody fact check me on that, chat.
That bitch just stepped the way he passed that bitch.
Right.
Him, Clay, think about
Those
just all
pink
the
shorts are
passes
vibrant.
he
I'm kind of digging them low key.
the style.
Because that's basically oh boy that they traded.
Who?
We got the chat
shooting,
talking about
yeah.
the Kenyon
more
Martin's
in
bright ass
Yeah,
pink
but that's what I'm saying.
shorts.
It's the same, but it's just more control and
Chat. Don't say that to Kenyon Martin in person. I'm telling you right now. Kenyon Martin, you might laugh, but Kenyon Martin.
Man, shit, you just probably still had him too.
Jordan Poole.
Yeah, you still had Jordan Poole. I mean, it was just like I mean,
Getting out of Jordan Poole is all right though.
That's a chance where you could have made a.
Yeah, no, you're right. No, I'm just thinking, man. I saw James Wiseman play in high school. I saw the little.
Also, they turned down an Andrew Wiggins for somebody else to the for Zach LaVine Bulls trade. The Warriors turned that down. So that's kind of interesting. Bulls are really trying to shop out there. It's crazy. I don't know. I don't see them building around Zach LaVine and putting him in that spot, but I mean, he had a lot of 50-point games. I think he's a little bit more clutch offensively, but it's full-on rebuild mode. If I was Zach, I wouldn't want to go there. And now you got
So PG appeared in
this
74
guy,
games last season, the most he's played during his 5 seasons.
the
with
biggest
Clippers,
ring chaser.
averaging 22 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, shooting 47% from the field, 41% from 3.
Chat, I want Paul George to get more hate than Kevin Durant at this point because why is he slipping by? Why is he just because he had a major injury? I feel like he gets to slip by and not get scrutinized like KD. He's out here ring chasing. He left OKC after saying he would finish his career there. He did Indiana kind of dirty. Nobody wanted to get mad at him for leaving. And now what? this little 1-2 year project ain't working out with Kawhi because you knew what you were signing up for. You're gonna go to Philadelphia. First, it was like, can't wait to be back in LA. That was, I hate that I want to go home bullshit. Because if that was the truth, Anthony Davis would be playing in Chicago right now, and Clay would not be in Dallas.
So what is your reaction to PG
I
Griffin
can't
from the
stand
Clippers
Philly. Yeah,
signing
I'm
a
a
max
Heat fan.
contract with the Sixers?
I think what happened is when they
How much
signed
money
Kawhi to
does
that deal,
76ers have?
they didn't want to make him higher than Kawhi. I think that really rubbed him the wrong way.
Yeah.
Because that deal, if Kawhi's here and you're here, that deal messes up his worth, right? So I
He's
think
always
it
been the
was
number
probably
two,
like a
in my
slap in the face
opinion.
for Paul George, and
Paul George
he
isn't
was on the
gonna
move.
go to Philly and be the
Paul
number
George
one
said he didn't
either.
want to, man.
Paul George
He said
said
that shit in public.
he was comfortable being a number two.
That was
Say it, Brandon. Say it, Brandon.
Right. So you.
last year.
Right. So they must have.
Last year.
Right.
I wasn't. He's the man. This year's a whole different.
Right. But you saying that is the reason why we didn't pay you like that.
Last year. This year is this year.
All-star this past season.
Last year I was number 2. This year I'm number 1. God damn it.
Showed that he could play nearly a full season.
I mean, I like the move though to Philly.
Is there in the
Who
playoffs?
the fuck wouldn't? They look like a
I
fucking
like they got Aaron
monster
Gordon, Andre
squad.
Drummond, like they got pieces.
They got pieces.
I think he'll flourish over here more than he would if he stayed with the Clippers.
No.
I think the Clippers just so weird. Like it's just built.
Are we gonna really start saying the most obvious shit on this sports show? You have a fucking MVP in Joel Embiid. He's gonna flourish. They're one piece away from being in the finals themselves.
Weird energy.
Yeah, definitely.
Build on some bad bones.
And as
Them shorts are
somebody
pretty
who's
pink.
been the man on the team and Paul George, you kind of
Those are some EDC neon rave shorts right there.
Take like the same deal. Like you're not gonna force me to take the same deal as him.
Well, Kawhi took 3.
But
you should take 3 too.
It's that. No, it don't work. Like I did that shit 6 years ago. Right? We came here together. Sounded good then. Nothing's come of it.
Yeah.
All-Star this year was here in the playoffs. Yeah, dude ain't really been reliable. I know I had some injuries, but been here more than him.
Good facts.
Right? Hey, I've been available more than him. I think that extra year was
It's a good point.
it was a deal breaker, right?
212. What did the Clippers even offer him?
How many games has Kawhi played in the past couple seasons? It's at NBA.com. Ruled out, ruled out. Like, I mean, the guy didn't even play most of the playoffs. Alright. 68 games played, 52 games played, 52 games played. I mean, he had his most games played in the last 6, 7 years. Is it time to jump ship? I mean, he was out most of into that playoffs, but I don't know. I don't know.
It was only a 3-year deal,
I
whatever
think
it was.
somewhere in the Kawhi range. So Kawhi got that.
But it was only a 3-year deal, and he wanted that 4th year. Like he wanted the 4th year.
So man wanted all his money. You can't never be mad.
12? What, 220?
212.
What was Kawhi?
It was 3 for like 150, 160-ish, I believe, somewhere in that range.
What did James want from Philly? The same deal that Paul got?
3 153.
Yeah, 3 for 153 for Kawhi.
What did James want? I don't know. I don't know what his max was.
Yeah, what did James want from Philly?
I forgot James Harden's on that fucking squad too.
Yeah, he wanted to get his break.
And Westbrook.
Harden took that player option, but was expecting a max contract, I think somewhere in that range. So essentially what happened is
It would have been more, right?
Yeah.
His max deal would have been more.
Okay.
Sixers sent Harden to the Clippers, got some assets and capital back from the Clippers and then just snatched Paul George away. There are reports
That's
that the Clippers are trying to
hilarious.
do a sign and trade with the Sixers, but it's of no benefit of the Sixers to do that.
Gotcha.
And now PG just walks.
The GM of the Philadelphia Sixers are straight gunner mode for that. They didn't pay James Harden. There's definitely that was just bad blood. They didn't like each other. And now they're gonna give Paul George the money the next following year. All these washed up superstars teaming up together just for the Heat to get beat by an
So
AAU
basically, he
team
got
is
Harden's
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
From Daryl Morey.
from Daryl Morey.
Get our 7-footer out there.
Shout out, and I think it's going because like P work.
This is a pro Miami
like
Heat
PG getting that last
podcast.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's gonna force Joel to be in better shape, and it's a lot to this. So
Nah, I like. I mean, I like
like
the
the
roster.
move.
I don't like that he's at the.
Fresh hour of HQ out the oven. Joe Musso chefing alongside Akeem Dermish, and we are open for business in the association. The free agency window.
George informing the Clippers he's signing elsewhere. 76ers are the frontrunners to land PG-13. The two sides meeting Sunday night in California.
This is
George
22
turned
hours
34 years
ago.
old in May this past
Tampering.
season. Here includes a player option. Early, the former MVP.
All right,
turns
James Harden.
35 in August. The
That's an insane amount of money. 2 years, 70 million. Wow. I do like the paying this versus keeping Paul George, because now they could re-sign somebody that's not too crazy, build up a better starting five, I think, because that shit just didn't matter. It took them 3 years to figure out Kawhi on, Paul on, Kawhi off. It's just, it was too messy. I think James holds that together a lot better.
Clippers also agreed to a 2-year deal with Kevin Porter Jr., who's returning to the NBA. And Chris Paul, who was released by the Warriors earlier in the day, intends to sign a 1-year, $11 million
This is
deal
one of
with
the most
Spurs.
underestimated signings of the fucking free agency so far. Chris Paul to the Spurs. Y'all realize Wemby's gonna probably take the bets now. Most improved player. Shit. Long shot to win MVP maybe. Depending on if Pop's gonna go hard this year or not. They signed who did they just sign? I gotta double check who they signed in the draft, but I think he pairs nice with Wemby.
Played mostly in a reserve
It was a
role
big
with Golden
stretch
State last
three.
season. CP3 ranks third all-time in career assists, brings veteran leadership to a young Spurs squad led by Rookie of the Year Victor Wembanyama. The 12-time All-Star will also help San Antonio's newest first-round pick, Stephon Castle. Reminder, contracts can't be signed.
That's who it was,
until the
Stephon
moratorium ends
Castle.
on July 6th. And from
Hate him
CBS
or not.
Sports basketball analyst Chris Walker and CBS Sports NBA insider Bill Ryder here to recap day one of NBA free agency. Paul George informing the Clippers he's signing elsewhere. The 76ers are the frontrunners to land him. Bill, what more can you tell us about Paul George leaving L.A.?
Yeah, this is largely connected to his frustrations with the fact that Clippers would not offer him a max deal in that fourth year. They had offered Kawhi Leonard over the course of the season for Kawhi's extension 3 years and a little bit under that max amount they could have over that duration. And Paul George wanted more. So, guys, this is a classic told to leave Los Angeles, California. They believed he wanted to be a Clipper, and it's my
Let's go. Let's take a look at our 7-footer. Kellel, where? See what we're getting ourselves into. True 7-footer coming to Miami.
is Johnson. He needs some help and gets rid of it to Galloway. Now with Ware, the other
Oh.
the hammer and the fouls.
Ouch.
Cups rebound, push ahead, renew.
It's got a nice little speed for a 7-footer.
There's Galloway throws it up. Oh, Reese lost the ball.
Oh, okay.
Where the other way.
Damn, he can run the floor. Okay.
And Baco will inbound.
Oh, this is what we need. Miami fans, rejoice.
With 8 and another lob. We'll see Galloway run the point here. Nice lob down low. Beyond the arc this half alone. And Brown got away with a reach. And veteran on him, doing a good job not letting him get.
This is one game? Oh, maybe I'm tripping.
Have to be physical defensively because Auburn will try to go right at him. Ware's going to launch it, and it's going to drop in.
Okay. A 7-footer? That has footwork already? He's got a soft touch.
Down in the paint, setting up his shot. I said, when did you know that was going to be your day? So when I hit those 4 threes in a row to start the second half, I thought this might be a scoring day for me. Not just you just described.
My dream, my dream, my dream, my dream. 7-footer paired up with Bam, and Bam going down to the 4. That happens. Got Jimmy down there. You got Terry. I'd love to get Westbrook, honestly. I know a lot of people just are done and fed up with him, but he screams Heat culture. Westbrook off the bench, let him keep whatever pace he wants. Even let... They're going to have to figure out what they're going to do. Jovic come off the bench probably first half of the season.
And wound up missing the rest of the half. Here is Ware back into the game. And offense to pass in the post area. Galloway drops it inside to Ware.
Wow. Wow, great footwork.
Jordan Westbrook just had one of the funniest Major League debuts you'll ever see. His friends bought tickets right behind home plate just so they could scream at him and troll him during his first Major League at-bat ever. When he was about to come to the plate for the first time, it started pouring. He was about to see his first pitch, and the pitch clock stopped working. While they were trying to fix it, it started raining even harder. Hundreds of fans began leaving their seats, meaning the stadium was practically empty besides his friends and family. He went down 0-2 but began battling back, hyping up his friends, who began pumping up the crowd and screaming at him even more. Then the pitch calm broke again. It started raining even harder, and his own manager was losing it because he thought the game should be delayed. Then he took ball 3, causing his friends to get the few people who stayed in their seats to start chanting his name. With the whole crowd chanting his name,
Yo,
he
this is
took a 3-2 pitch for his first walk as his family went crazy.
That is a good support system. Shout out to them. Oh my god. That was probably the longest debacle ever for a walk.
Westbrook just had one of the...
My mom texted me like, you gotta stop cussing on TV. Like, cover your mouth or something. But
okay, hot.
That's me, dude. If I was in sports, I don't know how they wouldn't catch me slipping, cussing all the time like that.
My mom texted me like, you gotta stop.
Put your hand on the wall.
Do you think white people should be allowed to say the N-word?
No.
Yeah, let's skip away from that.
Altuve coming up, 2 outs, 2 runners in scoring position. This
Shout out John Boy Media. If you like baseball, follow him. He's got some of the funniest shit, best breakdowns you could see. I like him a lot.
breakdown is brought to you by T-Mobile, and the Mets coach says, hey, come in. Talking to the third baseman, come in. I think he's going to hit it to you. Maybe the shortstop, come in. First pitch from Sevy. Fastball up and in, swings through it, strike one. Next pitch, trying to do the same thing. No, that's a ball high. Next pitch, he's going to go for the same thing again. hits him in play. They're going to play through it. Now, that was the Mets broadcast. I found this kind of interesting. The Mets broadcast switched. The director said switch to the field camera, and they followed the ball. The Astros broadcast said, no, stay on Altuve. That's a foul ball. They never even went to the ball and play. So if you're an Astros fan, you even more so are mad that they rule this a hit. And if you're a Mets fan, you're like, well, I know. I saw the play. They all went through it. Altuve's turning around like, what are you guys doing? That hit me, coach.
Yeah,
So
I need to
Spada
see
comes
this
out,
again.
and he's like, hey, James, hold on. Hey, you got to take a look at it. You guys got to huddle together and take a look at it. And they're like, yep, no problem.
Let's see how
we
pissed
will.
Altuve
This umpire
is.
behind home plate, it's his first ever game behind home plate. So a lot of pressure.
Oh,
they get
shit.
together. Anyone see anything? Were you watching? Let's
We're all
take a look at the
thoughts.
replay. They don't. That angle doesn't provide much at all. There it is. Yeah, that angle doesn't provide much. The other angle does.
That's
But you
fair.
have to just look at the flight of the ball, because I think if you're just looking at the shoe and saying, did it hit him, it's still very hard to tell. Like, if replay was available,
I can't
on a play like
tell.
this, which I don't think it is.
It
the
did hit
umpires
his
have to
shoe, I
call for it
think.
themselves. Which, can they do that? I don't know. I don't know if you'd have 100%, but if you look at the path of the ball,
The ball
it
changes.
It
Yeah,
looks like
it
it's gonna
changes
go way
direction.
foul, and then all of a sudden it's going into fair territory. When you zoom out, well, we're zoomed in here, but on this next shot, you
Yeah.
zoom out, it looks like he's hitting that, and it's going to the right of the umpire off the bat.
I'd be pissed.
Then all of a sudden,
and I hate this
it
little
kicks off the
fucker.
shoe, and it goes fair. That's my opinion. I think it hit him in the foot. I understand it's not 100% convincing, but I think most people would say
I
it
think
hit him.
it's
They don't have the
100%.
benefit of the replays I just showed you. They just have their recall of memory, and they're like,
Ah,
nah,
true.
nah. You're like, what? Altuve's thinking, what are you talking about? What? It's not out. What? Throws his helmet and his bat. You don't see Altuve act like that a lot.
You're a grown-ass
I
man.
don't get it. It hit my foot.
You're a grown ass man. Well, as much as a 5'3" can be a grown ass man. Shout out Tanner. I love you, buddy. This is Tanner's favorite team too. I guarantee he's up there mad that I'm just talking shit on the Stros right now.
I don't know what it is you're watching. You would see it hit my foot.
Yeah, buddy.
It did.
Your little size 3s. We all seen it.
I felt it. Hit my foot. He's mad. Fans are pointing and laughing. Nothing more rude than just pointing and laughing at someone. And then this guy just clapping in his face.
Shout out New York. Shout out New York.
Me. He's pissed off. Earlier in the game, he forgot how many
Even
outs
though
there
you
were,
ain't the
so he's just
Yankees.
having not a great day, Altuve. And now neither is this umpire who made his debut. Hey, pay attention to the game. It's a good point.
Yeah.
Hey, you already know, Papi. Woo! Let's go.
Third time.
Inside the park grand slam.
But where is it? It's over.
Oh, you're trash.
He never saw it. Tapia around third, heading home.
Did he just give up?
Inside the park, grand slam for Raimel Tapia.
I'm crying. Look at this.
Sends a drive to deep center, but
This has to be on purpose.
it's way over the head of Duran, who never saw it. He never saw it.
He literally just didn't even go for the ball after that. Oh, someone's going to the minors. Alright, last clip, guys.
Hill lifts one out deep left center field. Racing out his Mullins all the way to the track. And Derek Hill has his first home run of the season.
Hey, me. Let
One
the
more.
homies know the police deep in the neighborhood to keep a lookout. Hey, me.
Who's
Let
gone
the homies know the
wild?
police deep in the
Alright,
neighborhood to
y'all.
keep a lookout.
That's a short one for me. Hope y'all have fun. Be safe. Tell your loved ones you love them.